Yo, what's going on, everybody? Just wrapped up the war round for round three, season 54. Gonna run all three rank threes. Silk, of course. Omega Sentinel's coming out for a bullseye fight. And I've just ranked three Sym Supreme, so kind of ecstatic to showcase him in his debut at rank three, even though he doesn't really need it. It's just, I like him. So I got to take Path 9 all the way. I had 6 fights, now only got 5. My boy took the other one. You'll see me message him in a second. So I have done this fight before, the bullseye here, and you'll see the fights I've got to take. I'm just showing real quick, clicking on the defenders. That was a rank 3 bullseye. Low Sig, Bud Ascended, 6-star Jack-o'-lantern. We're just going to silk that. Rank 3. 7-star Serpent, only Sig 20. Rank 3, Sym Supreme is going to get to dance with him. Pretty excited for that fight. Then they put him on Power Focus too, which is kind of stupid, to be honest, because you really limit him to get to SP3. So he even made it, I guess you could say, a little bit handicap for me. So I don't have to worry about SP3. The spot fight, not really worried about that. And I did have a destroyer on 45, but my boy took him. Looked like it was his rank 3 piggy. That pig, I wish I had him in 7-star. I'd take him to rank 3, so good. But I do have the man Gog on 46. And looks like we have some extra wags, so I'm fixing to just text my boy, hey, go ahead and place the wags on Mangog just to get a little extra attack. I don't really care for the passive parry stun. It's not what I really use for. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of text my boy real quick because he's getting ready to go to sleep in his time zone. And yeah, so we're getting there. But this bullseye fight does not go the way it should have went. So I'm actually probably gonna rewatch it again. And try to figure out why some of the damage was a little harder, and maybe I miss I missed something which I shouldn't have, because she's bleed immune and she's poison immune. So I'm going to attack in the shift, which is what I want to do. I don't have to really worry about his bleeds because she's bleed immune. So when you hit her block, it activates her regen kit. But there's a few times in here where, man, I was taking some pretty bad chip damage, which I have showcased Omega Sentinel, like 8% health, heal back up to 37%, take rank 3s in off-season, different nodes, of course. But anyway, I've got these boosts, like these 20%ers, since I stepped away from Masters. I don't really invest in the 30% like I used to. Then we've had Cyber, then we got Banquet, so kind of just fucking shifted units to that. But you get weekly 20%ers, so yeah, I just kind of use those as needed. And then I also offset with the 20% regular boost. And it's just 20%, add like what, 10, 15. I mean, we're P3. It's not, I'm boosting, I guess, mid. Anyway, so what I want to try to do here is play the shift, get the damage going off my SP2 or SP3. And yeah, that's not going to go as planned this first entry. And I decided not to use a PS1, which I could have. I'm not running suicides. And the reason for it, not suicides, because then you trigger the node and he'd get that big fury. So that's where I made the mistake. And you'll see it here as far as why the chip damage. I think that's why on the bleed it triggers it, and so he gets the fury. I couldn't pay attention to too much. You see me, I'm playing it out, and I'm going to start hitting him. He gets the fury because you see the poison's on me, which is weird, right? So that's why he's chipping and hitting much harder. And I didn't think it would be bad, but it goes away. And you're going to see, but look at his cruelties. Whew. Them bad boys are stacking. All right, so everything's kind of going good. I was a little concerned right out the gate. See that hit? And I'm like, okay, my self-repair is not doing what it normally does. Now, if I had, then I get cornered here and I get lazy off of these dexes. This is just bad play. Bottom line is I'm going to die. If I had the PS1, I'd have been at SP3 and it would have bailed me out. And I probably could have salvaged this fight. Yeah, just horrible, horrible fucking play. I don't know if it's because I was rushing to do this. I'm about to put the game down in regards to just for tonight. Long day at work. Move into I'm fully remote now, so I had to go to my old office, close it out, and bring a bunch of equipment home. So yeah, this sucks. First death of the season, and it was ugly too. I mean, I'll take the hate mail or the clowning. I'm good. I look like a straight newbie on this one. So we're gonna heal up. We got the same boost, and this time I'm gonna run a PS1. And so, even though I did like what 15%, I don't even know how much damage, but very little. You're gonna see the difference when you get to the SP3. And so the way this fight goes is the way it should have goes, except towards the end, I actually get a little sloppy again. And I don't know if I'm just tired. I am tired. I didn't sleep well. But I'm not making excuses. Bottom line is I'm a good player, and yeah, I fucked up. If I had to do this fight again, I'd PS1 it. I don't have a fear in this fight because I've done this before. Yeah, you'll see. So everything's good. Power is where I want it. So I go SP2 instead of SP3. Boom. And what never lines up, and I could have just went on ahead and hit him and end it with a light ending combo to pause the incinerates, but I didn't. And if I do, I mean, you see how much health came off it just at SP2. And I would also say if I ran suicides, but man, I'm like, come on, dude, P3, trying to get P2, it was, units. I just didn't want to fucking do it. I didn't feel I needed to. So maybe, obviously Masters, this would have been much different. Suicides on, PS1 boost, and probably changed up a few things on my mastery, but I didn't. And yeah, so you'll see here, we're gonna get ready to cook him off. Still winning the health race. All right, these are gonna start ticking well, and you'll see what I'm talking about, where I kind of get sloppy towards the end. I'm just kind of letting those things, then I don't even know how that happened right there, but it happened, and I got a little worried there because I was like, whoa, dude's already hitting hard. He's got 10 cruelties. But he goes down. I drop one. That's on me. I just, call it an honest mistake. Could just say playing cocky. Who knows? That's not like me to do that. I definitely won't do that shit again. And the cool thing is, you're getting to see this video straight through. I think that's kind of what I did the first two, was just kind of show, what boosts I'm using, what am I doing while I'm in this chill status, and, not trying to make perfect videos. There's the first death, so it's fixing to go live on YouTube here in a little bit. I don't have a big following. I don't really push it, but I kind of put this out there so some of the folks that are in the alliance that I'm in, this is a quick way that they could see the fights, and just kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah. Plus, I ain't really made videos in a while. It just kind of gets too much for me to try to fucking edit, do all this shit. So I'm not finna do a bunch of words and fancy music and all of that. All right, so here, this jack-o'-lantern, very easy SP1, SP2. All you got to do is dash back out of the way. Very easy to run and encounter, especially with Silk. And here this is a normal Silk fight. I'm just normal combos, heavy knockdown, build to an SP2, and finish the fight. And you saw that's what basically happened. Even though he's a tactic defender, I was placing him for defense, I think 2 or 3 off-season rounds. And then I took him off. He's just a horrible defender. He's tactic, but he's just horrible. Too easy, especially with Silk and Piggy and all these. The tactic for attack is just too OP. All right, so here's the most exciting fight of all of the fights that I did. This was the most important fight for me to even put on video. So we're gonna, last round, I took Serpent where that bullseye was, crushed him. This time he's rank 3. I just took him and I got a SIG. Mine's like 660, I believe now. 660 or 640, I can't remember. Anyway, so we're going to swap this out. I decided to go 200% because I'm not running the Mordo Synergy. And I just want a little reassurance, I guess you could say, on this node. So again, they placed him with Power Focus 2 on that first node of Path 9, Section 2. And so when he hits 2 bars, he's going to struggle to get 3 bars. It handicaps Serpent's kit. So bad, shame on them, good for me. Because I don't have Mordo Synergy, I did go PS1, and it's going to have to slow play a little bit, a lot of parrying. I want to make sure my sim charges are at 100. They're going to reset to 0. Then I'm going to have to, I'll hit 3 bars, but I won't have 100, and then I'll have to just kind of dance a little bit. See, I'm at 25. I'm having to, he's got me kind of cornered. I don't like it, but that's what you got to do sometimes when you can't run the synergy. So boom, you saw it, I hit 100, immediately fired off that SP3, and now we're going to start cooking his ass. And so you got to see, if you watch the last video, or even a video I did a couple of seasons back when I first got Sym Supreme and decided after watching Secret Warrior, used to play with him in HCX, Master Run. Look, man, we went SP3, SP2, and again, this is a rank 3. This is my first time using him since rank 3, which I just did like, I don't know, an hour before I took this fight. I can already see the damage difference. And this is a fucking rank 3. Low SIG, but at the end of the day, this is a rank 3 health pool. And these SP2s were hitting so hard. I think at this point, this was SP3 number 3, and I only did 2 SP2s. It was already at 1%, and we're going to skyrocket again here with power. And we're going to do a nice little boom, boom. He's done, man. That's it. I mean, that fight is over. I mean, Sym Supreme is the real fucking deal. No trouble in that. And again, no Mordo Synergy. So again, proven you don't need it, but if you got it, I mean, it's just a faster nuke because you get your 3 bars faster before that 100 resets to 0. All right, so I was supposed to have 3 silk fights from this point on, but we only have 2. So this is a rank 3 spot. You know, you would think it's tough. If this was any other tactic and he wasn't tactic, I'd be using my crossbones to smash his ass up. But we don't. We're going to run silk because we're OP. We don't have to worry about shit. So he is not tactic, but it's not going to matter. You'll see I'll take a little bit of debuff damage because I got to get going. But once I get going, it's just not even going to be funny. So normally I'm going to do, you see backdraft intercept here. I'm just building power to SP2. Again, it's got one eye open, so I can't really do the heavy cancel there. I will do one when I get the relic though, and I get a passive stun. So if it actually kind of does pretty well to show what I mean when I would tell other guys assigning the fights, like when you get the relic, it's going to be passive for a short time and you can use it. I think I do it here. Is this when I do it? There's the relic, passive stun, heavy cancel, so there's the fury. Yep, he's dead. So if you use the relic, even though it's one eye open, so for that node or 42, depending on who's placed there, if you're using, say, silk, and someone's dumb enough to place, you know, silk favorable fights there, you just bank that relic, get, you know, fire the relic, heavy cancel right into your SP2, preferably. You could do SP1, and you will be hitting hard. You could also do it with the SP3 and be hitting harder, and you'd come out with 2 furies. So here we go. I'm not going to take any chances. I've got plenty of resources here, so I'm going to dump a little health pot in here. Be respectful. I'll even throw the invuln on because I've got plenty of those, and then I've got some I can claim. But I haven't done it from the Alliance War thing in the season, so it's pretty close score right now. Easy tactic, so I don't know. Hopefully we win this out. And, you know, takes 30 people here. But what you're going to see me here do is I'm going to do what I normally do when I play Mangog here. I'll do pretty decent combos, heavy cancel, wait for the first SP2, and then I'm going to try to be patient and get him to throw a couple of SP1s. Meanwhile, my Silk Sense is recharging itself on the cooldown, but I'm also taking damage off of him, right? So that when I do, I want to be close to 50%. Really 60% is fine. Hell, and to be honest, you could probably be at 70% with Silk here once you get to SP3. I know I got an invuln, so I'm not worried about too much. So you saw it, we went combo, heavy cancel through the SP3, so we got 1 Fury through this whole animation and move. We're still at 1 Fury. This whole combo here, 1 Fury, that heavy cancel 2 through the relic, now another combo, we're still at 2 Furies, boom, heavy, there's the 3, and then I go SP1, and he is toast. He is flushed. That is it. That was 5 fights. I fucking dropped one on Bullseye, but I'll take the other fights. Yeah, not bad. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm in chill status. I'm not gonna cry about it, but war's going on. We're pretty close. Anyway, deuces.